Numbers chapter 22. And the children of Israel journeyed and encamped in the plains of Moab beyond the Jordan at Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorim. And Moab was very afraid of the people, because they were many. And Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said to the elders of Midian, Now will this multitude lick up all that is round about us, as the ox licketh up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was king of Moab at that time. And he sent messengers to Balaam the son of Beor, to Pethor, which is by the river, to the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Mizraim. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I know that he whom thou blessest is blessed, and he whom thou cursest is cursed. And the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hand. And they came to Balaam, and spoke to him the words of Balak. And he said to them, Lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again, as Yahweh shall speak to me. And the princes of Moab abode with Balaam. And God came to Balaam and said, What men are these with thee? And Balaam said to God, Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, hath sent to me, saying, Behold, the people that is come out of Mizraim, it covereth the face of the earth. Now come, curse me them. Perhaps I shall be able to fight against them, and shall drive them out. And God said to Balaam, Thou shalt not go with them. Thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning and said to the princes of Balak, Get you to your land, for Yahweh refuseth to give me to go with you. And the princes of Moab rose up, and they went to Balak, and said, Balaam refuseth to come with us. And Balak sent yet again princes, more and more honourable than they. And they came to Balaam and said to him, Thus saith Balak the son of Zippor, Let nothing, I pray thee, hinder thee from coming to me, for I will promote thee to very great honour, and whatsoever thou sayest to me I will do. Come therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people. And Balaam answered and said to the servants of Balak, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of Yahweh my God, to do less or more. Now therefore I pray you, tarry ye also here this night, that I may know what Yahweh will speak to me more. And God came to Balaam at night, and said to him, If the men are come to call thee, rise up, go with them, but only the word which I speak to thee, that shalt thou do. And Balaam rose up in the morning, and saddled his donkey, and went with the princes of Moab. And God's anger was kindled because he went. And the messenger of Yahweh placed himself in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. And the donkey saw the messenger of Yahweh standing in the way, with his sword drawn in his hand, and the donkey turned aside out of the way, and went into the field. And Balaam smote the donkey to turn her into the way. Then the messenger of Yahweh stood in a narrow path between the vineyards, a wall being on this side, and a wall on that side. And the donkey saw the messenger of Yahweh, and she thrust herself to the wall, and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the messenger of Yahweh went further, and stood in a narrow place, where there was no way to turn, either to the right hand or to the left. And the donkey saw the messenger of Yahweh, and she lay down under Balaam. And Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the donkey with his staff. And Yahweh opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, "What have I done to thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? And Balaam said to the donkey, "Because thou hast mocked me. I would there were a sword in my hand, for now I had killed thee." And the donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not thy donkey, upon which thou hast ridden all thy life long to this day? Did I habitually make a habit to do so to thee?" And he said, "Nay." Then Yahweh opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the messenger of Yahweh standing in the way, with his sword drawn in his hand. And he bowed his head, and fell on his face. And the messenger of Yahweh said to him, "For what reason hast thou smitten thy donkey these 3 times? Behold, I am come forth for an adversary, because thy way is perverse before me." And the donkey saw me, and turned aside before me these 3 times. Unless she had turned aside from me, surely now I had even slain thee, and saved her alive. And Balaam said to the messenger of Yahweh, "I have sinned, for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me. Now therefore, if it displease thee, I will get me back again." And the messenger of Yahweh said to Balaam, "Go with the men, but only the word that I shall speak to thee, that thou shalt speak." So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him to the city of Moab, which is on the border of the Arnon, which is in the utmost part of the border. And Balak said to Balaam, "Did I not earnestly send to thee to call thee? For what reason camest thou not to me? Am I not able indeed to promote thee to honor?" And Balaam said to Balak, "Lo, I am come to thee. Have I now any power at all to speak anything? The word that God putteth in my mouth, that shall I speak." And Balaam went with Balak, and they came to Kiriath Huzoth. And Balak sacrificed oxen and sheep, and sent to Balaam, and to the princes that were with him. And it was in the morning that Balak took Balaam, and brought him up into the high places of Baal, and he saw from thence the utmost part of the people.